I handed a guy my business card instead of giving him free legal advice at a party. Now my brother's girlfriend is pissed that I blew her friend off and is trying to pressure me to reach out, apologize, and answer his questions. Posted by you/manbeerpigcereal. Hi everyone. This actually happened last night. I was at my brother's place for an NFL draft party. I haven't seen my brother in a couple of weeks, and my brother and I live a couple of hours from each other because I moved away, so I haven't seen a lot of his friends in years. I also have not met most of my brother's girlfriend's family and friends because she comes from a town a couple of hours from where they currently live, in the opposite direction from where I live. My brother and his girlfriend have been together for 2 years and are getting engaged next month. At the party, I was talking with a group of people, and one guy, the husband of one of my brother's girlfriend's friends, asked me what I do for a living, and I said I'm an attorney. He then asked me what kind of law I practice, and I could already see where this was going. He then started into so I'm having a problem with one of my neighbors, etc. As he was launching into his story, I reached into my pocket and gave him my card and told him to call me in the morning to discuss the issue. He got upset and said, "Why can't I just answer a couple of quick questions for him since we were both there?" I said I was there to see my brother and watch the draft and didn't want to discuss business right now. As other attorneys will tell you, at social gatherings this is a common thing. Once people find out you're an attorney, they'll try to corner you with a bunch of questions and you're basically back on the clock. Years ago, I decided to do the business card thing instead of answering questions so I could actually enjoy social gatherings. Besides, these things almost never turn into actual business, people just want free legal advice. I've never had any complaints about it before. The guy got upset, said something under his breath, and stormed off. The other people standing there all made a face as he stormed off, and we went right back into our conversation. That was it, or so I thought. The rest of the night was fine, and it was never brought up again. We enjoyed the draft, and I enjoyed seeing my brother's knucklehead friends these years later. I got a text from my brother this morning, and he said, "I want to make this clear, I completely understand why you did what you did." He has seen it happen a bunch of times at events and heard me complain about it afterwards. However, his girlfriend is upset that I blew her friend's husband off and wants me to reach out to him, apologize, and answer his questions. My brother said he's on my side and told her as much, but she made him send the text to me anyway. I believe my brother is on my side and I understand he's trying to keep the peace in his relationship. I said I'm not texting, apologizing, or calling the guy, but he has my card and is welcome to call me. I feel I did nothing wrong, just because of my job doesn't mean I'm on the clock 24/7. My brother said, "Yeah, I knew you'd say that, but now I can at least tell my girlfriend I tried, and that was it with him." Again, I thought this was the end, but it's not. His girlfriend texted my mom and told her what happened. Now my mom is texting me and saying, "I know it's annoying what this guy did, but can you call this guy so that your relationship with your brother's girlfriend isn't negatively affected, because she's obviously upset with you?" My brother is getting engaged to her next month, and she's going to be family, and there's no need to have a rift when she's about to be family. I said it's too late, the fact that she cried to my mom already created a rift on my end about her now. Again, I declined, and my mom said she understands, but just doesn't want negative feelings with my brother's girlfriend over this. I said no, he can call me, and I'll answer any questions he has. So, Reddit, am I the jerk for how I handled this? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. People, even family and friends, must understand that there are set boundaries. Your time, expertise, and education have value. Just because someone knows you personally doesn't mean they're entitled to free legal advice or services. Respecting your work means they're respecting your process. Also, the girlfriend sounds like a red flag, considering she even texted your mom. Ops response. Yeah, I was minorly annoyed that she had my brother reach out to me, but once she got my mom involved, now I'm actually annoyed. Commenter 2. The fact that your brother's girlfriend feels like she has any agency in this situation is strange. Don't apologize for anything. They're mad now, later they won't be. Ops response. To be honest, I couldn't care less if this guy, who lives 4 to 5 hours away and whom I may never see again except once at their wedding and then never again, is mad. I only care about my brother's girlfriend, and only to the extent that she's probably giving my brother an earful over it. That sucks for him, and her being a future part of the family and having a rift over something so stupid is unfortunate. Commenter 2. Totally get you. By they're mad, I absolutely meant your sister-in-law too. In my opinion, the more energy you give this, the more it feeds her. Set the boundary, then don't engage with it. This is a strategy that is employed when dealing with narcissistic people. Ops response. Yeah, ever since my mom stopped asking about it, I stopped talking to any of them about it. This is also very out of character for my brother's girlfriend. Not sure why this was a triggering point for her. Commenter 3. If I were your brother, this would be a wake-up call for me. She isn't above looping in whomever she wants, whether it's their business or not, to get her way. I can't even imagine what any marital arguments will get spread around until he feels publicly shamed into submission. Also, what happens when / if they have children and disagree on something? She's going to send a group of flying monkeys after him. I would also tell your mom, today it's me, tomorrow it could be you. What happens when you don't do something she wants when it comes to the wedding? You're asking me to cave to keep the peace, and it will let her know that if she throws a big enough tantrum, we'll buckle. Op's response. I love my brother to death, but I doubt they have many serious arguments. He's a complete pushover, he probably gives in to her pretty quickly if she raises enough of a stink. Update 2 months 1 week later. I have some small updates on this post I made a couple of months ago. My brother got engaged to the girlfriend referenced in the post a couple of weeks ago. They had a get-together to celebrate their engagement this past weekend. They only invited immediate family and those they expect to be in their wedding party. My brother had asked me about being his best man last week before the party, but at the dinner, they formally gave gifts to everyone in their wedding party along with officially asking everyone to be in the wedding party. Said brother's fiancé's friend's husband was there as well. He is not going to be in the wedding party, but his wife apparently will be. I was there before he was, and when he came in, he made no attempt to come over and say hello to me or the group I was talking with. Fine, I hardly know the guy, so I don't care if he talks to me. At dinner, there were no assigned seats, but my girlfriend and I happened to be seated not super close to him and his wife, but close enough that we could hear each other's conversations if we weren't involved in our own. At dinner, I was sitting with my girlfriend next to me on the same side they were seated. On my other side was my sister and her husband, and across from me were some other friends of my brother's fiancé I had never met before that night. My girlfriend was not at the previous event, but I, of course, had told her about the issue. Anyway, my girlfriend and I were making small talk with the friends of my brother's fiancé across from us, and of course, what we all do for a living came up. I said I was an attorney, and the guy at that point decided to interject into our conversation and say, "But don't ask him any questions right now, he'll just give you his card and tell you to call him during business hours." To my delight and his horror, one of the friends we were talking to responded and said, "Yeah, of course, I'd hardly expect him to give me legal advice at his brother's engagement party." He made an angry face, mumbled something to his wife, who told him to drop it, and then I don't think he said a word again the rest of the night. Nothing big, just thought some might find this update amusing. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. That's hilarious. Always good to see folks like this guy put in his place when there are enough people around to call him out for being a weirdo. Op's response. Yeah, I had to hide my smile when the friend said that response because I wanted to laugh so hard when she said it. Commenter 2. As a fellow attorney, I applaud you. That guy is so self-absorbed and entitled. I effing hate people who expect free, off-the-cuff advice and have no understanding of the fact that lawyers actually need to do legal research in order to give good advice, not to mention that we need to do conflict checks. How did your future sister-in-law treat you? I hope she got over her snit. Not cool that she called your mom to tattle on you. It sounds like your bro is marrying a jerk. Op's response. Thank you. It's great to hear a fellow attorney thinks I handled this well. She got over it pretty quickly. Didn't apologize, but didn't change the way she acted with me either. She and I aren't close, and I don't think we ever will be, but we've remained cordial.